Hello everyone, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to fill out a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons character sheet. So I'm going to be doing this all digitally. I have my dice pulled up, I have a copy of the player's handbook, and I have an interactable PDF version of the character sheet. So first we are going to decide what kind of character we want to play. You know what? I want to play a Dragonborn. Actually no. Let's play a human. Gives +1 to all stats, and I really like that. So immediately that's going to become a +1, +1, and I'm just putting these in to remind me for later. That way I can remind myself to add +1 to all of the stats that I want. So that's already. Now let's get out some scrap paper and roll our stats. So in Dungeons and Dragons, whenever you roll your stats, you take 4 6-sided dice and you roll them to make, and then you drop the lowest one. So this one would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that isn't bad. So another 12 isn't bad. Could definitely be better. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, 3 12s. Now, I'm not going to complain, dude. We're going to have 3 13s. So 12, 13, 14. Definitely not bad. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's definitely our luck going down, but could definitely be better. Alright, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Had to do some simple math. So our stats are going to be 13, 13, 13, 15, 10, and a 16, because we got +1 to all of our stats. So first of all, oh, but I put human in the wrong area. Hold on. First of all, what class do we want to be? Let's be a warlock, because I think it's going to be simple. And did I not copy it? Control C, Control V. Okay, warlock, and we are going to be a level 1 warlock. So we are going to want our strongest to be in charisma. So that is going to be a 16, and I'm going to cross that off from my paper here. We can get away with having a low strength, so we are going to do 10 in strength. Alright, now we have 3 13s and a 14. I'm going to do 1. I'm going to do 13 there, 13 there. We are going to need a 14 dexterity, so that will bring it up to 15. And then this is going to be our last 13. Alright, so now we go to the page about warlock, which is 105. Scroll down. Does it not have a... So let me see the page number. So and of course it isn't loading. Sorry about that, y'all. This is why I prefer using physical books, but this way it will be easier and lets you see what I am seeing whenever it comes to using books and making a character. We are almost there. Again, I apologize. so we are in sorcerer territory. So, alright, here we go. The Warlock. So at level 1, we have 2 cantrips, 1 spell slot, and so we have 2 cantrips and 2 spells. I'm going to mark that down for later. So cantrips, 2. It doesn't give me a place to type, but we are going to take Eldritch Blast and Firebolt for our cantrips whenever we get a chance. So, first of all, so we are going to get 8 plus our Constitution modifier, and luckily I remember all these. So this is going to be plus 0, this is going to be plus 3, it's going to be plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 3. Okay, so we get, so we got Constitution, so that is 10 hit points, which is not bad. Temporary 1d8, 1d8. So your hit dice you are able to use during short rests to basically heal yourself. So you have a certain amount of hit dice that you're able to use to heal yourself during a short rest. Okay, next up. Okay, so armor proficiency is light. So we can copy and paste this stuff into here. So, yeah. Alright, saving throws, we get Wisdom and Charisma, so we can mark those off. Wisdom and Charisma. Our proficiency currently is plus 2, so Strength plus 0, Dexterity plus 3, Constitution plus 2, Intelligence plus 2, I believe. Wisdom gains our proficiency, so it also gains our proficiency bonus, so that is going to be plus 4, and Charisma is plus 5, since once again our 3 from our saving throws plus our proficiency bonus, so that is going to be a nice healthy 5. Alright, sorry, drinking some water. Choose 2 skills from Arcana, Deception, History, Intimidation, Investigation, Nature, or Religion. We are going to take Investigation and Intimidation. Okay, so that would be those 2 right here. So, while making a character sheet, see where it says right here Dex or Wiz or Intelligence? That correlates with your main skills. So, for example, our Dexterity is plus 3, so acrobatics would be plus 3, along with sleight of hand would also be plus 3, and stealth would be plus 3. So that's pretty standard. You just put down all your stuff. Wisdom stats are going to be plus 2, or at least for my character. Yours might be different. Every character is going to be different in their proficiencies and all that stuff. Or every class is definitely different in their proficiencies. And so just be careful on what you put and what you pick. It can definitely come back and bite you later if you don't pick wisely. So this one is going to be a plus. So it's intelligence, and so it would be plus 4, Charisma plus 5, so I'm very intimidating, plus 2, plus 3, Strength plus 0. Arcana Intelligence is +2. So that's not pretty hard. We have all our main stats now. Well, apparently not. +3, +3. So yes, every time you would roll a d20, for example, something like, let's say the DM tells you to roll an acrobatics check. I rolled my 17, and then I'd look on my acrobatics, which would be +3, so it would give me a total result of 20. What your character is proficient in, they add their proficiency bonus, and what you can be proficient in is determined by your class. So you really have to be careful whenever that happens. Alright, so your initiative is your dexterity modifier. So for me, it is +3. However, for you, it might be +5, +4, whatever. Speed is determined by your race. Humans get a speed of 6 squares or 30 feet. And you don't start off with any inspiration unless your DM is cool. Alright, so now it's time for starting equipment. This is the starting equipment that your character, well, starts off with. Alright, so we are going to decide to start off with a light crossbow, because I think that is cool. Light crossbow and 20 bolts. Next up, we are going to take an arcane focus, since I think that is interesting. An arcane focus basically lets you cast spells without using material components. We are going to take a Dungeoneer's pack. It gives you stuff to help explore dungeons, like rope, a hammer, nails, all that stuff will be very useful. And then leather armor, which is 11 plus your dexterity, any simple weapon, and 2 daggers. So we're just going to take 3 daggers. Sorry. Okay, 3 daggers. And so currently our armor class is going to be 11 plus our dexterity, so it's going to be 14, which isn't bad. It definitely could be easier or harder to hit us. Okay, so dagger. This is where you'd put stuff that could hurt opponents. And then whenever you roll to hit something, for example, a dagger uses your dexterity, so that'd be +3. So I would roll a d20. Whenever I went to go hit someone, I roll a d20 and then add 3, so it'd be 6 there. And then if someone had a 6 or lower armor class, I would beat them. However, since I rolled low, I probably won't be beating many people's armor class with that. Now here you can put the damage type. A dagger is piercing or slashing. However, I typically put the amount of damage that it does. So a dagger would do 1d4 damage, meaning that you would roll a 4-sided dice, and if I hit someone, for example, I would have just done 4 damage. Alright, so now this is features and traits. Do I have any major features currently? No, so I only have Otherworldly Patron and Pact Magic, so I could put this down within that box right there. There you go. Also, I don't know why, but it's misspelling some stuff, so just ignore that. Now, personality traits, all this stuff you get to pick. This is kind of how your character acts. Same with this sheet. We are going to say, let's roll 5d6, see how old my character is. Okay, wow, so we are the ripe age of 14. Alright, let's just say that we are 5'5", and let's say that we are 150 pounds. Let's say we have green eyes. Let's say that we have pale skin, and let's say that we have red let's say that we have red hair. Okay, cool. So that kind of fills out that right there. Here you can write notes about your character's appearance. So for example, what they'd be wearing other than armor, if they have any tattoos, any piercings, any scars, anything like that. Here is where you'd put allies and organizations. Here you write out, usually I do like a bullet point list of my character backstory. This is just character notes, and this is the kind of loot that they have. Alright, so now we get to pick out 2 cantrips from the Warlock spell list. So I just went to page 207. It has a list of spells. Alright, Warlock. So Eldritch Blast is basically it is the generic Warlock like cantrip because of just how useful it is. Oh my goodness. And then usually I put down the damage that it does, so 1d10, and then my spell modifier is my charisma, so it'd be 1d10 plus 3 damage. So that's how I kind of format my spells and cantrips. Alright, next up, let's take Minor Illusion. Always a good cantrip to have. And if you guys are finding this video helpful so far, please drop a thumbs up. In a bit, I'm going to be explaining what this is and kind of going to be going through what everything is. I know I already did some of that stuff, how I'm going to be doing it better. So now we get 2 first level spells. Let's do Hex. That's always a good spell to have. Hex, and we'll do what should I pick? I'll do Charm Person. Warlocks get a lot of their like, wait, is it spelled PRS? Oh, okay. RSON. So yeah, my Warlock character is basically done. I have my 2 cantrips, I have my 2 spells. Warlock's one of the easier classes to build. So, background. Background usually gives your character extra stuff. We will say, I'm a noble. I probably butchered that. And that gives me, I believe, 1 extra skill, but I have to go check. Hold on. After classes. It's better now that everything is loaded. Helps it so I can scroll through it faster. Sorcerer, Warlock, Wizard. Okay, now we're getting into unloaded territory. Alright, so backgrounds. Okay, yeah, so here's the backgrounds. You will find the background that you are taking, and Folk Hero. That's what I wanted to take. I know I wrote down Noble, but I wanted to take Folk Hero. I apologize about that. My goodness. Yeah, I don't know why. Sometimes my computer just doesn't paste. Alright, so Folk Hero. Skill proficiencies, animal handling, and survival. So that's cool. I can now add animal handling and survival to my proficiencies. So that now makes that a +4. And that also makes that a +4. Very nice. So now what else do I add? So now this is where you can get some personality traits from. Let's roll a d6 to see what this one is. 3. Creativity. That's actually not a bad ideal. Now, you can just come up with these on your own. You don't have to roll on the table. However, as a D&D player, I like rolling on tables. Personality traits, 1d8. 6. Which is... I get bitter if I'm not the center of attention. Yeah, that definitely sounds like a warlock. So yeah, you can just find these bonds. Where are the bonds? It's another d6. So 5. I will do anything to prove myself superior to my hated rival. I'll have to delete that extra stuff that I just copied right there. Alright, now let's see what my flaw is. I'm a pretty flawed guy so far. Flaws, 1d6. 6. Okay. Despite my best efforts, I am unbearable to my friends. So yeah, my character just kind of sounds like a giant dick. However, you can roleplay your character however you want. We now have a filled out character sheet. So, explaining some things. Proficiency bonus will level up as you level up. At level 4, 8, and eventually some even later levels, you will get a boost to your skills. During this time, you can decide to add +2 to one of your skill, like big numbers, and that could maybe upgrade your modifier, or you can decide to take a feat, which is basically extra features that you get from your class. So yeah, now it's just left to name this guy. He sounds like really aggressive and all that stuff, so I'm gonna name him Tim Tim. All lowercase. Cool. So that's how you make a D&D character sheet. However, if you just want to make a character sheet really quick, you can go onto websites like D&D Beyond, click that, click create a character, and then you can do standard or quick build. For example, let's build little Tim Tim. Scroll down here to warlock, species, human, Tim, do that. Class, you can do your spells. We took Eldritch Blast and Minor Illusion. Eldritch Blast, Minor Illusion, and I believe we took Charm Person and Hex. Great. Background, we wore Folk Hero. You can choose some tools here, other worker tools. So it's kind of different on D&D Beyond stuff. So that's just the human stuff. Abilities, you see it already filled it in for us. Starting equipment, already filled it in for us. What's next? View character sheet or export to PDF. And then you can just use the character sheet on here. There we go. We just built little Tim Tim in 2 different ways. So yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. I know that this video has been kind of long and boring. Bye, and please let me know what else you want me to make